It has been estimated that Medicare fraud costs taxpayers $80 billion a year, and some say it's double that. One couple turned that fraud into an art form. In fact, the woman was so good, investigators say she deserves an award, calling her a master of deception. Andrea Day has the story.
The crime beginning in suburbia New York, where the illegal Haitian immigrants owned a small medical supply company, but soon realized they wanted more.
This was one of the most despicable crimes and fraud schemes that I've seen.
They hatched an elaborate scheme, use elderly patients' identities to bill Medicare, but never provide the services. Helene playing the starring role. Special agent in charge, Tom O'Donnell.
If you look the part and you say the right things, you're actually going to get through there.
And she did. Helene boldly walking into dozens of nursing homes, blowing past security and checkpoints, her eyes set on the patient's charts.
She stole face sheets, which contain all the demographic data you would need on a patient to basically steal their identity.
The scene played out with amazing skill. Joe Giambalvo and Scott Lampert are two of the main investigators on the case. They say Helene was unstoppable, making her moves at night and on weekends.
She would hold herself out as a doctor. She dressed well, she drove a big Mercedes. And I think she intimidated some of the people at these homes that she belonged there.
Armed with the stolen patient records, she created fake order forms, even forged doctors' signatures, all to submit claims for gauze, canes, walkers, and expensive creams, billing Medicare thousands of dollars every day, and it was pure profit.
There was overwhelming evidence that there was a massive healthcare fraud scheme going on.
A scheme that went on for 4 years, growing from a home office to a large industrial space with a handful of employees. The couple billing Medicare more than $10 million, raking in $6.5 million, all of it taxpayer money. And they were living large. $2 million for this house in Brookville, Long Island, filled with expensive furniture, luxury cars, handbags, and private school tuition for their daughter. Helene even posing as a doctor at fancy luncheons, making the society pages, and keeping the act going at nursing homes.
No one knew her. Nobody had legitimate business with her.
We sat down with prosecutors from the U.S. Attorney's Office for an exclusive look into the case, and the evidence is stunning. Helene focused on this pricey cream called hydrogel. It's typically used for coma patients, but Helene wrote out so many fake orders, she became one of the nation's leading providers. Just take a look at this. She claims one 85-year-old woman is so riddled with deep wounds, she needs 8 packs of hydrogel. But the nursing home administrator calls the order mind-boggling, saying, quote, "She is a very healthy woman, physically and mentally, and it's ridiculous to think she would have any kind of ulcer." In one case, she ordered boots for a man who clearly didn't need it. In fact, this patient was a double amputee. He had no legs at all. And she didn't stop there. She orders hydrogel for the amputee's knee, thigh, and ankle. Even when she's audited by Medicare, Helene fights back.
Somebody taught her very well because she wrote the right things. So when it goes through our system of being audited, it looked legitimate and it's paid.
Finally, one family takes a close look at their benefit statement, shocked at what they find.
I have no idea what this company's doing, and we never received any of this wound care.
It doesn't take long before investigators move in on Helene's home in Brookville.
She was hiding in a closet. So we pulled her out of the closet, arrested her.
After years of ripping off taxpayers, the defense argues someone else is to blame, someone who occupied Helene's body.
They claim that she had multiple personalities, and one of her personalities committed the fraud, and not Helene Michelle.
The judge didn't buy it. Helene Michelle was convicted and sentenced to 12 years. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Andrea Day.
Helene Michelle's attorney will only say that they are planning an appeal. Medicare has recently made some changes to its system, so now it is much easier for them to catch schemes like this. But investigators say a black market for patients' face sheets, the documents that she stole out of those nursing homes, still exists. And as for her husband, he fled the country right after she was arrested and is currently on the government's list of most wanted.